Mark Waid, Francis Manapul, Robert Venditti, Michael W. Conrad, and Richard Durick, along with some of comics' best artists, turn in 5 more inspiring and fun Superman stories, showcasing the hero's never-give-up attitude and friendly nature. Between Mark Waid, Francis Manapul, Robert Venditti, Michael W. Conrad, and Richard Durick, we have probably the highest profile Superman book as of right now, with each writer turning in just the perfect Superman story in relation to their writing style, with Mark Waid doing a kind of light-hearted Mixel-Spitlick story, giving the imp a taste of his own medicine in all its slapstick glory, while Francis Manapul, who writes and draws his Superman story here, is just fantastic and highlights how misunderstood writers can be about Bizarro, and as the right writer knows, he's not really a villain. He's a bit more of sort of a misunderstood monster, something akin to Frankenstein's monster, and Superman would see that and in turn help the hero. Robert Venditti, a seasoned Superman writer, turns in a story that is just steeped in classic Pa Kent teachings, and one I think that everyone could actually learn from, and it's just such a simple lesson as well. Bizarro gets even more time in the book thanks to Michael W. Conrad in probably my favourite story of the book, which deals with a little bit of anxiety and how wonderfully it plays through Bizarro, with Superman looking past the ugliness and everything just to be a total bro to Bizarro when he needs it the most. Rich Dweck's final story in the book is just covered in classic Superman character work, and he has a very clear love for the character, and that comes through in every word he writes of Superman, reminding people he will do anything and everything for them and never ask for anything in return. In terms of artists, if this book has got all of the superstar writers, it's also got all of the superstar artists as well, with Walt Simonson, Audrey Mock, Francis Manapul, Aletha Martinez, Cully Hamner, and Joe Quinones, all pitching in and covering the stories in just some incredible artwork, especially Francis's work, which had this really standout bright red through almost all of it, and it was almost to a point where it was too red and it was just blinding, but it looked fantastic on the page. All of the artist's work was just amazing and fit the story the writers were telling perfectly. Superman Red and Blue issue 4 was yet another amazing issue, showcasing all of the best bits of the Man of Steel's character, as well as some of his counterparts like Bizarro, making for an excellent reading for a fan of the character or a fan of just feel-good comic books. I'm going to give this issue a 10 out of 10. A 10 out. Superman Red and Blue issue 4 finds Mixel-Spitlick bored out of his mind in the 5th dimension, and usually he would go and prank Superman, but he's serving a 90-day banishment for saying his name backward. He finds everyone on his world has a sense of humour, and he hates it all. Soon he meets Mrs. Gispidleniz, fawning over the beautiful woman as he offers her a tin of peanut brittle. The woman finds the joke tin very amusing, as Mixel-Spitlick asks her to become his wife with it. She opens the tin, but is horrified to find actual peanut brittle in it, causing her to slap it from Mixie's hand as she storms off, not wanting to marry a mope. Mixie was sure that that was a joke tin when suddenly an origami lizard jumps at him from it. Suddenly Superman appears, laughing his head off, saying that he's from the 3rd dimension and he's there to bedevil Mixie, and he won't stop until he says his name backwards. Mixel-Spitlick is enraged as over the next few days, Superman pranks Mixie non-stop, from burning his dinner to freezing the sidewalk to make him slip and even throwing a huge pie at him. Mixel-Spitlick knows that this has to stop, so he tries every way to get the hero to say his name backwards, but nothing works, even playing his name backwards on a tape recorder. Mixel-Spitlick becomes frustrated since that trick worked on him once, so Superman calms him down, saying it didn't work since he's not acting from the moral high ground, and he may think magic is the most potent force in the universe, but compared to the power of a good citizen, it's nothing. Mixie hates being lectured to, blocking his ears and humming as Superman continues, saying his actions today were designed to give him a taste of his own medicine and show the imp how his misbehavior brings misery to all. Mixie begs for him to stop, but Superman says that he wants to hear him commit to staying away from his dimension, but Mixel-Spitlick can't hear the hero anymore. Superman knows he's not getting through to the imp, so he decides to leave, uttering the name Clark Kent backwards, quietly enough so that Mixie doesn't hear. The imp thinks that he's won now that Superman is gone, celebrating his win as Miss Gispidleniz finds him, giving him a kiss since it was all explained to her since Mixie not not pranking her was actually his real prank, and she was fooled by it. He asks who explained it to her, learning that it was Superman, who hoped that they would be happy together. Mxyzptlk is angry, calling Superman a jerk, that the next time he meets, he'll get him. Elsewhere, the Prospect rover embarks on a rescue mission of endurance, but goes missing itself in a dust storm and has prevented any sort of landing at the Prospect site. A voice talks about how they are separated by universes, but they are both parts of a whole, and the other half to him is to have light and a home and a family and a purpose and to complete them. But he is like an egg without a yolk. Star Labs briefs the press about what is happening, and Prospect is in communication with them clearly, but finding endurance may be a job for someone else. The voice knows that his side is to have not, and it's a dark void of the light, so he sought out his own world. Lois tells Star Labs that if she knows anything about Superman, there is no job too small or too big. Superman takes off across the universe, landing on the red world near Prospect, as the voice says that he found a perfectly imperfect world, and upon their arrival, he felt a change come over him, making him feel curious. Superman untangles the robot from its parachute as he hopes it can track endurance. The voice says that on the planet it found company in that of a robot, as Clark's robot tells him that it can track endurance, leading Superman across the red wastes. The voice says soon they went travelling into the unknown, looking for life for himself and others, and together they went far. But soon a sandstorm starts up and Superman loses the robot, calling for endurance. Soon they come across a rock formation in front of them, and Superman recognizes the rock as blue kryptonite, as the voice says that he sought answers, and then it dawned on him that discovery of meaning can be found in the act of searching. And with his companionship, he found a friend, and with their experience, maybe a family, making the yolkless egg he once was whole. Prospect soon spots a cave nearby, so Superman goes to investigate, as the voice, revealed to belong to Bizarro, says that his adventure led him to the blue kryptonite, which expanded his mind, but he grew weak in the process. Superman finds Bizarro and his own Prospect robot inside the cave, as he knows the strange hero is dying, as his robot signaled for help, stripped down by Bizarro to make a distress signal. Bizarro knows that at the hour of his demise, surely this was a job for a Superman. Superman goes and lifts the blue kryptonite, hurling it into space and helping Bizarro up as he reverts back to his backwards speak, showing gratitude to Superman as the hero reassures his friend that they will explore tomorrow when it comes to them. In Metropolis, Superman races off to save the day as Pa Kent reminds a younger Clark not to believe what people want him to. Years ago in Smallville, Clark and Jonathan load up the truck as Pa says that the world isn't a bad place and it's as good as the people in it, and deep down, people want to be good to one another. He knows not everyone and not always all the time, since sometimes a person just doesn't have anything left in the tank, but most people want to find a way to give, even when it hurts. Clark asks if they can afford this, since he overheard him telling Ma that the harvest this year wasn't as big as last year. Pa isn't too happy that Clark used his super hearing to snoop, especially since he was whispering that to Ma while Clark was out by the sheds. Clark didn't mean to eavesdrop, since he only heard the worry in his father's voice and he couldn't help himself. Jonathan says that Leroy Gerstenkorn's harvest was even worse than theirs, and with his wife taking ill, he needs whatever they can spare. Clark hopes that it's enough, since it really isn't a lot, but Pa says that a little is a lot when it's all you have to give, and besides, it's not just them giving, since other families around Smallville are also pitching in, wondering if his son knows why. Clark says it's because deep down, people want to be good to one another. Pa is glad that his ears heard that, as in the present, a bridge begins to collapse, with people fleeing the area in terror. Superman races to the bridge, holding it up with all his strength, seeing people race under the bridge to help the people still trapped in their cars under it. Soon a crane is moved under the bridge to stabilize it, and people gather pylons to help brace it even more, allowing the tired Superman to let go and join the people below. In the past, Jonathan and Clark head to Leroy's farm, finding that many people, including Old Man Simpkins, turned up. Clark thought that he and Leroy didn't like each other after that tiff at the auction over a prize heifer. Pa laughs, saying that definitely got hot for a moment, but folks are still folks and he's got to have faith in people, and if Clark ever starts to doubt them, he needs to be the example they need. Meanwhile, at the Fortress of Multitude, Bizarro celebrates his birthday, despite not actually having a birthday, since he was not born, and he was lost and forsaken and abandoned. He breathes fire on his cake, lighting the candles as the Justice League all clap and cheer, since in the fortress, the intention of Bizarro's designer doesn't matter, since he celebrates with his friends. Bizarro hangs out with the heroes, putting aside his fears and concerns to enjoy just existing and enjoy the fleeting moments they all share together. Superman soon gives Bizarro a present and he opens the card, which asks who or what the hell is Bizarro. A voice knows that they no longer question what gifts represent, wondering if a gift is a token of appreciation or love, or a consolation for those whose days have grown few. Bizarro opens the present to find a mirror, and looking at it, he sees the words cheap copy stamped across it as he looks into it. The Justice League all begin laughing at Bizarro as the voice says that during birthdays they are all exposed and vulnerable thanks to thinking of beginnings and endings. The League continue laughing as Bizarro smashes the mirror, still hearing their laughter as the voice knows that they reveal their hearts to show that they don't fear, but predators still exist. Predators like Mxyzptlk, whose illusions of the Justice League begin to fall as Bizarro punches at them. The hero is overcome with sadness, angrily smashing out of the fortress as Mxyzptlk continues laughing at his games, as the voice says that they tell themselves that it's worth the risk, that the world is mostly populated by people like them, the mistakes, the anomalies, and the misunderstood and the bizarre. But if they are all this way, and afraid to live and die alone, why do they not see their same fears reflected in others? Soon the real Superman comes by, knowing all about Bizarro's birthday, revealing he brought the hero a cupcake, lighting it with his heat vision as Bizarro, in the only way he knows how, says that he is happy. In Metropolis, Prescott Daily heads to the roof of the Daily Planet to record another one of his videos for his social media, telling the viewers to like and subscribe. He kicks out a red tarp, covering the letter I in the word Daily, knowing that it's not the Daily Planet anymore, since this is his world now. As he plays around on the roof, he soon falls, but is instantly caught by Superman. Prescott hopes that he caught that on film, saying that Superman saved him from being a pancake. Superman knows that what he was doing was dangerous, but Prescott knows he'll talk with his stunt coordinators and producers, but hopes Superman will give him a shout out. Superman is already gone though, as Prescott wants to edit that last bit out. A week later, Superman battles Solomon Grundy, trying to calm him down, but when he hears something else, he knocks Grundy out and races off, saving even more people doing dangerous stunts to get his attention, all while battling Brainiac, stopping meteorites, and thwarting Lex Luthor's newest superweapon. The people say that this is the Save Me Superman challenge, as soon Prescott returns to the Daily Planet roof, but Superman quickly picks him up, taking him high above the city. Prescott hopes the hero won't drop him, and Superman says that's more of a Batman thing, and he would do that, but that's not his style, and he wants the man to look at the city. Superman says that there are 11 million people living in Metropolis, and every day he does his best to save each one of them that needs him, whether it be from Brainiac or Darkseid or Doomsday, and it doesn't matter who or what it is. Prescott says that that's the point, since Superman always comes through, and everyone needs to see that. Superman knows that they do know that, but it wouldn't matter if they didn't, since he doesn't do this for likes or views. Prescott says not all of them have superpowers, and that's what makes Superman special, and what makes him special is that people like to watch him on his channels, and he won't give that up. Superman isn't asking him to, but asking him to think about who he wants to be. Does he want to be one of the people being saved, or does he want to turn into the kind of person Superman will have to wind up saving other people from? Superman says that he won't make him stop this challenge nonsense, but he is asking Prescott to think about it. Prescott understands as the little girl comes to ask Superman for a selfie, if he has the time, that is. Superman says that there is a plane 20,000 feet above them with engine trouble, and Lex Luthor just got his super weapon working again, and he thought he heard a boom tube, so they better make this a quick picture.